David here from HORAGE, and today we're going to be talking all about the Autark Tourbillon GMT Meteorite Dial, a limited edition watch from HORAGE. Let's go over some of the technical specifications of the watch, and then we'll get into how to set the watch up, how to ensure your GMT is aligned, and of course getting the time set accurately. So here we have the Autark Tourbillon GMT. As I mentioned earlier, this is a limited edition version which features the Meteorite Dial. The case, the bracelet, the clasp and the crown are all made from grade 5 titanium. The watch is very slim, it's only 8.8mm in thickness. This of course, combined with the light weight of titanium, makes it very wearable on the wrist. To further increase comfort on the wrist, the clasp fitted to this watch is our proprietary HMAC, HORAGE Micro Adjust Clasp. This clasp features 10mm of adjustment. It's simple to open. You press the button and slide it out. It's now fully extended, and then once the watch has been worn, you're able to push it in 1mm jumps to find that perfect fit on the wrist. It also means when you're sizing the watch, you should take that into account. Usually we advise to size the bracelet when the clasp is at 50% deployed. This means of course you have 5mm to reduce size or 5mm to increase size. That'll accommodate for those warm days and of course those cold days where your wrist may swell or shrink. In terms of diameter, 39.5mm. In my opinion, that's the sweet spot. It fits the vast majority of wrists, whether you've got a smaller, slender wrist or a bigger wrist. This watch size will generally fit the vast majority of people. Features in terms of waterproofness, the watch has 100 meters of water resistance. Again, this means that you can get yourself in and around the water, whether it's the pool, whether you're swimming in the sea, or just relaxing, washing your hands, etc. No problem for water ingress on this watch. As we mentioned, this watch is a GMT, so of course, you have both local time and home time on there. It's a true GMT or a flyer GMT, which means it can be adjusted on the move without upsetting the time that's been calibrated to your home time. In order to signify whether it's day or night time, there is also a small day-night indicator at 9 o'clock. The dial on this watch is meteorite. It's solid meteorite. A rare material, of course. It originates in outer space and has to be found on Earth, but it's something a little bit different, and every dial is just fractionally different from the other because of course this is a extraterrestrial natural material. This watch is a tourbillon. It features our micro rotor automatic K-TMR caliber. This gives 72 hours of power reserve. It also has a full silicon escapement, that being the escape wheel, the pallet fork and the hairspring. The tourbillon, one of the rare complications in the watch world, not so many people make them. This is a full Swiss tourbillon, engineered, designed and manufactured in Biel in Switzerland by us here at HORAGE. Now that we've gone through the technical specifications of the watch, let's look at how we get things set up. There's a few things we need to do. Of course, aside from setting the time, we also need to ensure that the day-night indicator for this GMT watch is properly calibrated, so that of course we know whether we are in daytime or in nighttime. On the watch, you will see that there are three main hands. You have your minute hand, you have the home hour time, the skeletonized hand, and the local hand. Why 2 hour hands? Your home time, that should always be set to wherever you live. Let's say, for example, we're in Biel. That's the time you would be setting your home time to. The local hour hand, that's the one that you will set to wherever you happen to be at that point in time. So for example, we're currently in Biel, so we would be setting the home time to Biel time. If we then decided to travel to New York for work or vacation, we would then be setting the local time to whatever time it is in New York. We of course need to ensure the day-night indicator is calibrated so that we know for sure at home whether it is day or night. As you can see from this indication, it's broadly white, which means it's currently indicating daytime. This we then know means that the home time is 20 past or 21 minutes past 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's make sure we're fully calibrated before we move on to setting the time. All adjustments are made via the crown. The crown has 3 positions. The neutral position, position 0, is where you can also wind the watch manually to add power to the mainspring. In the case of this watch, we can see it's running, but possibly you've not worn the watch for quite a long time and this is stopped. If the tourbillon cage is not rotating, you need to add power to the watch to allow us to make adjustments and ensure the watch is running properly. To do so, turn the crown in an upwards direction or clockwise when you're looking at the crown in order to add power to the mainspring. Once the tourbillon cage is rotating smoothly, we know we have enough power in the watch to continue to the next step. What we need to do is use the crown in position 2, that's the adjustment position for the time, so 1 click, 2 click. Then as you see when we turn it, all 3 hands move. So what we want to do is we want to turn round the dial until the home time, the skeletonized hand, is at midnight. Now you can see it's still white on the indicator for day-night, so we go round 1 more complete rotation and we will slowly see the AM/PM indicator turning black. As we get the home time hand to midnight, we stop. So we're now coming towards midnight on the home hand. We bring the minute hand to align as well, so we now know that this is midnight as shown on the day-night indicator for home time. We can then bring the local time into alignment. We push the crown fully home, we come back to position 1, and then by turning it we can jump the local hour hand without disrupting the home time in any way. We bring that round so that they're all in alignment. We now know from this dial that the local and the home time are set to midnight and it's fully indicated on the day-night indicator. We can push the crown back in. We now know we have a full reference point with the watch being at midnight in all distinct areas of its time-telling capabilities. Let's now move to setting the time. We know that we've set both local and home time to midnight. The day-night indicator is signifying that we're in the night time. We now need a reference time. You can get the reference time from many sources. Your computer. In my case, I use an app. There's lots of apps available on various platforms that you can utilise. As long as we see hours, minutes and seconds, all should be good. As we can see, the local time when I'm making this video is coming up towards 10:15 in the morning. Let's make those adjustments. Using the crown, pulling to position 2 will allow us to start moving the time away from midnight. Let's get ourselves round to 10:15. So by turning the crown in a clockwise direction or upwards, we can move round. We see the day-night indicator coming into daytime, and as we come up to 10 AM, here we are at 10 AM, both local and home time, let's move that round to 10:15 and hold in alignment so that we are going to be aligned with our reference time. I'm adjusting to just before 15 minutes past 10 so that I know I can have the adjustments correct when this clock hits exactly 10:15. Let's wait for that. We only have a few seconds to go. When we get to 10:15, we're going to push the crown fully home so that we set the time to the correct time. 10:15, and we're aligned to 10:15 on the watch. We now know that both local and home time are set to 10:15 AM. This is also, of course, correctly identified by the AM/PM indicator. If you're not travelling, you have both hands stacked on top of each other because, of course, your home time and local time are the same. But let's say we're going to travel. Let's say we want to go to the UK. The UK is 1 hour behind the time in Beale. Hence, whilst it's just past 10:15 in the morning in Beale, it is just past 9:15 in the morning in the UK. That's where we would use the local hour hand to indicate the UK time. To do that, we pull the crown to position 1. When we do this, it does not upset the time telling of your home time. We can then, by rotating the crown, as you can see, jump the local hour hand. We want to take that round the dial and bring it to 9. We're now at 9 and we can push the crown home. So as we can see in this watch, we now have an indication of 16 minutes past 10, that's your home time, the time in Beale, or 16 minutes past 9, the time in the UK. As we mentioned, they run 1 hour behind the main time zone in Europe, which is CET. We have now successfully set the watch up as a GMT to show both home time and local time. We know that we're in the morning because we have the morning day-night indicator in white on the dial. So that rounds out how to set up the Autark Tourbillon GMT, both your home time and local time using the GMT functionality. The great thing about the hands being stackable means that if you're not travelling, you can hide that additional hand to clean up the watch face if you don't need to be indicating a second time zone. Alternatively, you may have family or relations in a different area of the world and want to track the time there. You can also use the GMT function to do this, which means you're not making those phone calls at strange times in the morning because you didn't realise they were maybe asleep. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We have many other user manuals available on our YouTube channel. Check out the user manual section. We also have a concierge service. If you have any additional questions, if you need a one-on-one consultation about any new models of watches, or indeed about any models that you currently own, help and assistance, please do reach out to our concierge. We have many concierge in local areas around the world. You'll see a QR code at the end of this video. Simply scan that, it'll open WhatsApp on your phone and will allow you to make contact with your local concierge. Do reach out to us also at lostontime@horage.com if you have any additional questions. Thanks for watching.